Hi, everybody. We're going to go over the lesson replying to negative replies or negative responses. So, this is just kind of a continuation of the say hello lessons, except this time we're dealing with people that may give us a reply that's maybe not so good. Maybe they're just not in a good mood. So let's go ahead and get started here on top. Now this is this expression you already know. Hi, hello, hey, and then you say someone's name. Remember, hi and hello are the formal greetings. Hey is very casual. And then you can use the person's name if you're wanting to make the conversation a little more personable. And then, of course, you ask them, how are you doing? Or how are you? Now, in this case, in this lesson, a person is going to answer with kind of a negative response. So we're just going to do it, just kind of a general negative response. So they can say, I'm not too good, or could be better. So they could say not too good, could be better. They can say I'm here if they choose to do so, or they can say I. We want to use I with could. So I'm not too good. I could be better. Either one of those responses. They can also say, I'm feeling sick. So these would just be kind of a general negative response. They don't give you a lot of detail. So that's why we would ask, what's wrong next? So if someone says, I'm not too good, you want to show concern for them. And then you would say, what's wrong? What's wrong? You just don't want to say, how are you doing? I'm not too good. Oh, okay, see you later. You don't want to do that. So you want to express consent, well, unless you just don't like the person, but you would ask them what's wrong to get more information from them. And they will give you a more detailed response. So if a person is not too good, maybe they can say, I'm feeling sick. Or maybe they have an ache of some sort, maybe a headache, or maybe a toothache. Those are really bad, or a stomach ache. Maybe they are stressed out with their job, or they are burned out, which just means they're exhausted. So you want to ask what's wrong to get more information. So I'm just going to stick with not too good. I'm going to start from the top again. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? I'm not too good. What's wrong? Now I'm going to explain. Let's just say, for a negative condition, I can say I'm stressed. I'm stressed out, or I'm burned out, or I'm feeling sick. I can answer with really any of those. Now we've got another sentence here. This could be another answer variant. So we can say, I have a headache. I have a stomach ache. I have a toothache. So again, just asking what's wrong is expressing concern for the person. Now, I do want to let you know here, when you ask a person, how are you doing? And they give you kind of a detailed response of what's wrong with them, there's no need to ask what's wrong. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not too good. I could be better. These are very general negative responses. They don't give you a lot of information. But if a person gives you a detailed response, such as, hey, how are you doing? Oh, not too good. I have a headache. There's no need to ask what's wrong because now you automatically know that the person is not too good, that they have a headache. So that's when you would not use what's wrong. Now let's go ahead and continue on. Now, once you have figured out what is wrong with a person, once you've gotten a detailed response, it is optional to give them some advice, very light advice. Now, we're going to use the modal auxiliary verb should, the helping verb should, which expresses obligation or duty. This modal auxiliary is one that we use a lot to give advice to people, to give kind of just light advice in this lesson. So let's just say a person is stressed out. You found out they're either stressed out or maybe they are burned out. They're exhausted. What you could say is you should, and for advice for a person who is stressed or burned out, you should take a vacation. You should take a vacation. Or you can say you should take a rest. Or you should go home early. So you would just give them some small advice. Now, if a person, of course, is sick, if they have a stomach ache or headache, then you can say you should see a doctor. If they have a toothache, you should see a dentist. So you would just use you should, and then you would give them some advice. Now, do not be condescending with the advice. If someone says, I'm sick, or I've got a stomach ache, I've got a headache, you shouldn't say, you should see a doctor. So I know you won't do that, but sometimes the light advice, sometimes people can be a little bit snobby with it. They can be a little condescending with their advice. So do be a little careful with that, but you'll be fine. Now when you give the person the advice, so let's say the person has a headache and and you tell them you should see a doctor. They may typically reply with, I'm planning on it, or I intend to, which means they are going to do it. It is in their head to go see a doctor or to get some medicine, so they're already thinking about it, in order to improve their mood. You should take a vacation. I'm planning on it. You should take some medicine. I intend to. So this will just be a reply. These will probably be probable replies to your advice to a person who is in a negative mood or negative condition. All right, now we are going to conclude the conversation when you're dealing with a negative reply. So someone has explained why they're not feeling too good. Maybe they have a headache, maybe they're stressed out, and you've given them some advice. You should see a doctor, you should take some medicine. And the person has answered, I'm planning on it, or I intend to. So from here, depending on the situation, let's say the person is stressed out or they're burned out. Maybe they're just so busy. In this case, maybe you can offer some help. And this is a popular phrase that people use. If there's anything I can do, just let me know. So you're offering this person any help they may need. If they're stressed out, maybe they've got too much work and you're offering to help them do some of their work, to help them get caught up. Or maybe, if they're burned out, maybe you can offer to, take them out or something. So, it's just, this is just something you say to offer somebody who may be in a bad condition just to help them. Now, usually when a person is sick, if they're not feeling well, this is an expression that we use. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you feel better soon. So this is just you giving them your best wishes. You hope their condition becomes more positive rather than negative. So you can say this to a person who may just be feeling sick, or they've got a headache or a stomach ache. And you can also use this with a person who may be feeling stressed out or burned out. But typically someone who is stressed out or burned out, or maybe just really, really sad. Maybe somebody in close in their family has died. You would probably use this one here. Um, Now, usually I know when we use this expression, if there's anything I can do, just let me know. The person will probably just say, and in my experiences, most people have always said, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Or I'll be all right. I'll be all right. So it just means they will fight through it. So they know that they will be okay. Now they're also going to probably offer you an expression of gratitude. So if someone expresses concern for you, or you're expressing concern for another person, that person's going to say, or you're going to say, thank you for your concern. Thank you for your concern. And then, or the person is going to say, I appreciate your concern. I appreciate your concern, which means you respect the fact that they are concerned about you, and you're just expressing your gratitude to that person. So these are some of the expressions that we use in replying to negative replies. The difficult thing about this is sometimes it's very flexible, just like exchanging greetings. But these are some helpful phrases to know, especially when you are dealing with a person who is in a kind of in a bad condition. Now, this is going to conclude the lesson on replying to negative replies. Be sure to look at your lesson wrap up for just a quick review and maybe some more tips. So thank you very much for following along.